Hi everyone, Coach Cadence here from Cultivus. I am going to run you through today's workout. If you haven't looked already, it's kind of a long one, a lot going on, so I'm going to talk you through the moves. So if you haven't read it, I'm going to kind of talk about it right now. We have 2 rounds, 4 time, starting with 12 burpees, going into 12 thrusters, 12 burpees again, 12 front squats, 12 burpees, 12 squat cleans, 12 burpees, and then 12 overhead lunges. So quite a bit going on, a lot of burpees to do today, but we are going to do it together, so it'll be a lot of fun, and don't forget to post your scores, all right? All right, so I have a few different sets of equipment here. I have a set of dumbbells, a sandbag, as well as a kettlebell. So whatever you have at home, we can modify this workout for you, so you are able to do it at home. I chose the 20-pound dumbbells because I know that's what I have at home. I chose the sandbag because a lot of you have kids or you have a backpack because you're a student. So going back to yesterday's workout, you can use a backpack and a kettlebell. Many people do have kettlebells, as well as if you're needing to borrow equipment, you're coming in today to grab some set of equipment, like so. So I'm going to start you off with the burpee. I know we all love burpees, so I know you're gonna love this one. Full burpee. I'll go from the side, okay? I'm gonna kind of cut off, but bringing our chest all the way to the ground, hitting here, exploding up, and jumping into the sky, okay? No need for a crazy high jump, just a nice little hop is good. Some ways to modify this is to get down into a high plank, step back, and then bring your chest down, or, step back up and hop, or you can step down into a plank. So going down, step back, and step up, all right? You may also use a box if going down to the floor is a little bit too low for you. Feel free to put your hands on a box, step out, and step back in, okay? So you're doing many burpees today. So listen to your body and know that if you can't do the burpees all the way to the floor and hopping up the whole entire time, you can modify in the middle, at the end, wherever you need to. Next, we are going to start with the thrusters. So I'm going to start with my 20-pound dumbbells here. Nice even grip, kind of like what we do when we clean. Bringing it up to my shoulders. My feet are shoulder distance apart, toes pointed out just like a squat. I'm going to descend into my squat, my front squat, and as I come up, I'm exploding and pressing my hands to the sky. Down to a front squat, exploding, and as soon as I'm extended, I'm pressing those dumbbells into the sky, okay? Same thing with the sandbag. So I know Seth went over the sandbag or the backpack clean. Relatively the same here. I'm exploding and dropping my elbows underneath. I'm gonna do that to get into my thruster position as well. So my back is nice and straight. I'm exploding, getting my elbows nice and high. From here, same thing. I'm going to squat, descend into my squat, come up. As soon as I'm done exploding, I'm stretching that weight overhead and explode. All right, I'll do this one more time so you can see me. And explode, all right? So those are thrusters with the backpack or sandbag. Next is gonna be a little bit different with the kettlebell. I'm gonna do a single armed thruster and then switch arms. So same thing here. Bringing it over to my shoulder, elbows nice and high, toes slightly pointed out. I'm gonna squat and that's exploding, pressing upward. So I'll switch sides. Here you'll do 6 on one side, 6 on the other, okay? Squat, explode, and press overhead. All right, number 2, our front squats. Same thing, I can use a set of dumbbells, sandbag, or a backpack, and a kettlebell, okay? So, front squats, kind of like our thrusters. Bringing this up to my shoulders, feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out, and I am squatting down and full extension, okay? From the side. Notice I'm not going onto my toes, I'm staying nice and even between my feet, or between my heels and my toes. I'm going to Cleaning it up. Toes out, shoulder width apart. Descend down and up. Descend down and up. Now, kettlebell is a little bit different. It'll basically be a goblet squat. So I like to hold it from the ball right here. I don't know if you can see that, but I like to hold it there. Some people like to hold it like this, whatever you prefer. Keeping it against my chest, same thing, toes pointed out, feet shoulder width apart, and I'm descending down and up. Notice again, after you've done your 12 burpees after the front squats, you are going into 12 squat cleans. If you're not too comfortable with squat cleans yet, feel free to do power cleans, okay? But again, I'm gonna talk about what we can do with squat cleans with this equipment right here. So, we sort of talked about cleans yesterday. Same idea. Starting from a hang position, because these are going to be hang squat cleans. So right above the knee. Notice my chest is up, my back is straight, okay? From here, I'm exploding, shrugging. Explode, shrug, and then I'm going to high pull the dumbbells up, like so, okay? As high as I can. From here, I'm dropping into a power clean position and standing up, okay? Driving underneath those dumbbells. For our full squat clean, same thing, hang position, shrug, drop into a full squat, come on up, okay? I'll show that again from the side. Hang position, shrug, drop, and come up, okay? Really hitting that extension, using that momentum from our body, sending the weight into the dumbbells. Same thing for the sandbag. We did these yesterday, or a backpack. Hitting full extension, shrugging, and into a power position. And then our squat clean, full extension, full squat, coming up. Now, the kettlebell will be a little bit different. This one is gonna be a little bit more challenging because again, we're only using one side and we'll have to switch. If you can't quite get the twist and the turn of the kettlebell that easily, it may cause some bruising on the back of your hand. So just be aware that from here, back nice and straight, I'm going to somewhat swing the kettlebell up like we do with our kettlebell swings, but I'm going into a clean position, whereas a kettlebell swing goes all the way up. So I'm high pulling, shrugging, twisting the kettlebell around my arm, and it's landing on my shoulder, all right? I'll show a couple more on the other side. Shrug, up, shrug, up. So full squat clean, shrug, pop, up, shrug, up. All right, those are your squat cleans for the day. All right, last but not least, once you're done with those burpees, you have overhead lunges. This is the last move for this workout, but don't forget you have to do it all over again, okay? So, overhead lunge. I will do a single overhead lunge for any movement here. It's a little bit difficult for me to do a double overhead lunge, so I'm just gonna do single. Starting with my dumbbell, pressing overhead, and I'm gonna go into a reverse lunge. You can do a forward lunge, a walking lunge, whatever you prefer, but I prefer forward or backwards lunge. From here, lunging, show you from the side. Chest is straight, my knee is still staying over my ankle, and I'm pressing up, okay? Really feel in the glutes here. When you do 6 on one side, switch to the other arm, press overhead, lunge. All right? Now, obviously this will be rather difficult to do an overhead lunge with the backpack, but I suggest doing just a weighted reverse lunge, work you just as hard in the glutes. So, if you can, flipping it onto your shoulder like so, switching sides because now you're gonna be a little bit tipsy-turvy over here. So reverse lunge up, reverse lunge up. Then when you need to, switch sides like this. 6 on this side. All right? Last not least, kettlebell. You can do an overhead lunge with the kettlebell. If that's a little bit too difficult for you with the kettlebell, you can keep it into the front rack position. I'll show both. Overhead, same thing as the dumbbell. Pressing overhead, woo. Reverse lunge, back. And once you're done with 6 on one side, you will do 6 on the other side. Gotta even it out. And whoop. Like I said, if a overhead squat with the kettlebell is a little bit too difficult, feel free to keep it into the front rack position. Very similar to the backpack or the sandbag. Switching sides. Like so. All right, so don't forget, in between each of those moves, you get to do burpees. So going through it again, 2 rounds, 12 burpees, 12 thrusters, 12 burpees, 12 front squats, 12 burpees, 12 squat cleans, 12 burpees, and 12 overhead lunges, doing that twice. So post your time, send a picture, and have fun, guys. Bye.